Let's talk for a second about avoidance. I used to be avoidant. I still am in some way. And I know how difficult it is to date an avoidant or to break up with an avoidant. Because when we love someone who has an avoidant attachment style, it's very easy to feel they don't care or that I've done something wrong or that I'm just not good enough to get their attention, to get them to open up, to trust me. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so secretive. Otherwise, they wouldn't hide things or keep things to themselves, right? So we feel sometimes, it's just because I could do something else. I can prove something. And this is the mistakes most people make. This idea of, I just need to prove them something. This idea that if only I could crack the code, they would open up. And this cracking the code mindset is often a gate to protesting, venting, to be clingy. What I want you to understand is when you date an avoidant, that shouldn't reflect on who you are. Because the reason they're avoidant has nothing to do with you. It has to do with their history. It has to do with their past. And the problem you have right now with them, trust me, will be the same if he or she was dating someone else. Because the way he or she perceives relationship, perceives intimacy, has nothing to do with you. These limitations, the root cause of them is because of that fear of commitment, that fear of intimacy. Your only job is to figure out what you want. Is to figure out how you can create a secure base to avoid falling into the avoidant anxious trap. Maybe in the past you didn't know about their attachment. Maybe in the past you didn't respect their boundaries. So if you want to have a healthy relationship with them, respect their boundaries. And if those boundaries are not acceptable, move away from this relationship. Because you'll be suffering. And if you can't have a proper discussion with them about what you need, if you feel that you can't really express what you need, you feel like, but I'm too much. I'm high maintenance. Ask yourself whether in the past relationships, whether with other people around you, you will feel so insecure. Because usually, the reason we feel insecure is how we are treated by our partner. So remember, if you're dating an avoidant, if you broke up with an avoidant, maybe you don't hold 100% of the solution because your relationship dynamic, this relationship satisfaction, also depends on them. But what you do, but your responsibility today is to figure out what you want and to draw the line. Respect yourself. Maybe learn to love yourself because it's something new. And figure out when you do those things, after you establish healthy boundaries, respect their boundaries, whether by doing that, the dynamic will change. Whether by doing that, you see that they are opening up. They want to construct something. They're not fixated on the here and now. Yeah, let's just go with the flow. When you create a secure base with someone avoidant who has a form of growth mindset, who's willing to do inner work, when you create a secure base with those people, yes, you can have a healthy relationship. So maybe, yes, you have to start the work on your own and see whether by creating that secure base, they'll change. And together, not only you, whether you could create a healthier relationship. Not only depends on you, depends on them as well. Start to do the work, do your part, and you'll see.